Podcast, episode 128. Hi, hello, hi. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. Sadly, Kyle could not join us again. He was going to be here, but things change. Is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna trudge on. Maybe he'll come back soon. Um, or maybe not. Maybe we scared him away.
That's
Didn't-
very possible. We
that's
scared
true.
all our guests away.
Yeah, we've done that a lot. It's kind of not even funny because it's true.
I mean, hey, we have Chelsea right here. She's just too tired from work to join the podcast.
That's a ruse. She's like
She's
I'm
scared
gonna,
off.
I would rather do anything else. Let's see. I guess we'll just get right into it.
Yep.
Okay. Starting off, Sega is joining Nintendo with the pay rise, giving their existing staff a 30% pay increase to, quote, strengthen its global competitiveness. And actually, I was going to make a separate line about this, but I figured it was a good thing to bring up now. It's interesting considering that Sonic Frontiers also greatly exceeded the sales expectations they had.
That's where they got the money to
Yeah.
increase.
They said, "All right, we can celebrate now. Here's your money."
But also, I'm not totally convinced it wasn't just well, we expected to sell 5 copies, and we sold 7.
Damn.
And that is like that's like a 30% above expectation. That's huge numbers for business.
That's true.
You know what though? I would rather they really think it's gonna underperform, and then when it overperforms, they're like, "Yeah," unlike Square, where it's like, "Damn, those sales are actually good," and Square's like, "This did not yet reach
It
expectations."
underperformed.
The hell?
Yeah, it didn't
What
reach
do
a
you
it,
mean?
it didn't reach a 1-to-1 console to game status.
Yeah,
That's
basically
essentially
Square.
what it is.
This game didn't do a
They're
Mario
just
Kart.
like, this game didn't sell as well as we wanted. What do you mean? Wait, what did you want it to sell?
Mario
There's
Kart.
a ton of
I
games
like
that
to
we could
imagine
have
I
to
like to
sell.
imagine the board of Square Enix just like looks at Nintendo's sales page every now and then and just like, why can't we do that? Where's our Mario Kart?
They look, they
No,
look at
Mario Kart is
Pokemon selling 20 million,
that one's different
for
though. But
the last quarter.
let's talk about
No,
that
that's
Mario
what they
Kart for a
want.
second though. So Mario Kart's really funny to me with its sales numbers and everything else. Everybody's always trying to make a games as a service. Nintendo made one on accident.
Yep.
Because there's nothing that can reach that lifespan. Like companies
Mm,
try all the time, and Nintendo's like, "Hey, we just made a game, and people go crazy over
Yeah,
it."
we just made like another card game. We literally made it the 8th card game, and somehow even after 7 card games, this
and we
one
didn't
is like
even.
one of the best performing ones
And
to
this
date.
one isn't even new. This is the one we released on the Wii U.
The what?
Right, like that's the
Although to be
great.
fair, it also sold 2/3 of the Wii total sales. So
Yeah, because bro, people that especially for
there
the
was
Wii
no
U,
other
people that bought
games.
the Wii U was for Smash and Mario Kart.
But
I
no
take
other games.
offense to that. Nintendo Land is amazing.
I'm not talking about
That came
you.
bundled. That
I'm
doesn't
not talking
count.
about you.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking about the 95% here.
So
Also,
nobody on this show.
Land doesn't count.
Yeah, a lot of
True.
people in 2014 was like, "Oh, bet I'll buy the Wii U. I'll go ahead and get Smash and Mario Kart.
I'll buy the
And
Wii. What's the Wii U?
yeah, I'll buy the Wii U for Mario Kart. Smash is coming out soon, and then Breath of the Wild will be out like next year." Little did they know.
More like that's so the Wii U. That's an add-on to the Wii, right?
Okay, enough.
What do you mean?
Enough Wii U
see,
talk.
Mario
see,
Kart
I
doesn't
nailed
work.
it. Based on your face, all of your faces, I nailed that one.
Um. Anyway, Metroid Prime Remastered. Since that was a shadow drop, there weren't like reviews before the game
Reviews.
came out, but now like all the big names have gotten to review it, and it is a huge hit. And we talked about this
Excellent.
a little bit last week, like when a couple reviews had come out. Um, but now it's pretty bolstered at a solid 94 based on 59 critic reviews and an 8.8 user score, which is impressively close to the Metascore. Um, that's
Mhm.
usually what I look at it mostly is the user score. Like, does that track? So it's there's not a single mixed review or negative review on Metacritic from the Metascore. There are 6 mixed and 10 negative reviews out of over or just at 300. 281 positive. Like this is it's super. Everybody's loving it. I'm loving it. I've played a lot more of it. I won't talk about that just yet, but like it really is.
I need to get it.
I'm starting to
I also
understand
need to
now
get it.
why Alex was questioning calling this a remaster, because like the game is the same. Like they didn't remake the game in the sense of changing the story or like how like what you do or anything, but they did remake essentially every asset of the game and like reworked how it performed. And I'm just so glad this game runs buttery smooth even with all those upgrades, and it looks great. Um, so yeah, if you have not played this remaster yet and you like Metroid at all, definitely do so. It's only $40. It's
Even
super
if you
worth it.
don't like Metroid, you should play it.
It's $40. Hundreds of
I
Nintendo
don't know
priceless
about
games
that.
at
I
$40.
don't know if
I
I'm
saw
gonna.
Grant's face when I
I
said
don't
that.
know
He
if
was
I'm gonna
like,
say that because people that don't like Metroid are gonna really not like Metroid Prime, because it's like, oh, good, I get to play Metroidvania, but it's in 3D now, so there's an extra dimension of backtracking to do. Um, but yeah, I'm super
Backtrack
happy to
through the
see that this is a
walls.
slam, and I hope it is a good kick in the pants to fucking finish Metroid Prime, please. Metroid Prime 4.
huh? Now,
Come
well,
on,
If
Retro.
Metroid Dread
supposedly
wasn't good enough
Retro's
reasoning,
supposedly Retro is now full on in on that, and we'll have someone else remake
yeah,
the other
we
two.
talked about that last week, didn't we? The
Yeah,
rumor,
yeah,
like how
that's
it's
what
splitting
Mhm.
up. Yeah.
that rumor.
So
I hope it's true. So they'll remake 2 and 3. Hopefully they look just as good. Three's definitely gonna be the hardest, but people are like they can't figure it out. I was like, they made Skyward Sword work. I promise that it won't be as hard as making Skyward Sword work without motion controls.
yeah, if you can make Skyward Sword work, you can make anything work.
Exactly.
Um, but yeah, so that's really good news. Not good news for Metroid Prime. It's catching a little bit of heat from the original devs criticizing the remaster for omitting their credits.
So it
Um,
says in the credits based on the original work of, the first one, but it doesn't list all their names, which is what the guy has a problem with that this article's written about.
yeah,
Which
I mean, I kind of get it. I
I
don't think
get it,
there's. I
but
don't know why you would omit that because, like, first off, no one watches the credits anyway. So why would you go through the trouble? Like, why don't you just
Yeah,
like
why would you
just put
even
them in there? Just
bother?
put them in there. It's scrolling text, and no one's gonna look anyway.
And
No
it
one's gonna
makes your
look. People
game
that
more
care are
good.
gonna Google it. People that want to know who
yeah.
made this game originally are gonna Google it. They're not gonna fucking watch the credits.
Because they'll
Yeah,
probably miss it anyways.
But
that's
That's
kind
what
of
I
my
always do.
opinion. If I was ever gonna make a game or then be part of a team and remake it, just go ahead and include them so nobody bitches.
yeah, like they made the game. Put them in there. No one's gonna look anyway. It doesn't matter. Like so
The
that
the
way
You
Wii U
already
teams are all on theirs. Their games get remade way more often.
yeah, and like this is such a silly thing. It's scrolling text.
this
It would have
this
taken
happens
a
all the
day to
time
do.
though when a remake game comes out though. There's always an article like this. We were left out. So I'm wondering if there's something I don't know that's like or if it's just companies being lazy. Because this happens like with every remaster and remake and such of why didn't they include the original team in the credits?
Because they didn't want to put a 2 minute long song to cover everyone who didn't get to stay on.
Why? Most of the time it's
Well,
just no
part of the
music
mission.
on the credit.
Like,
I think Spider-Man was like that, or Miles Morales. There's just like an entire section where there's no music.
yeah, because no one's gonna get that far.
Exactly.
Which like I could get why this is kind of stupid because it's like no one's gonna get there anyway, but also like this is such a simple thing to add into the game. Why didn't you just do it?
Yeah.
That's
And
weird.
it
That is.
already exists.
Yeah, it's already there. It's text.
It's look, you're working with Nintendo. They are well known for having their games properly backed up. Like, just ask them. I'm sure they
Yeah,
have the source code for those credits somewhere.
yeah. Oh boy, Xbox Series X and S have become more expensive in Sweden. Great.
All right, Microsoft, what is your plan here? Are you just trying to get it so that you can leave the console market? Is
No,
that your
they
move?
want to be in the console market. That's why they keep buying companies. They're like, we're buying all these companies. They're going to be exclusive. So we're going to raise all the prices. And it's like, nobody was buying it anyways. Why are you going to raise the prices to be less competitive?
Yeah, but now why Sweden specifically? Okay, so you raise the price in Japan. That's an entire market. Not only is that an entire market, that's a huge market. And while it's a bad
And a
market
market
for
you do
Xbox,
poorly in.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But
Like,
now, why Sweden? Why not Europe or like a set of countries in like why Sweden?
Just Sweden.
So
Microsoft just hates you.
for clarification, it's increased from for about $50, increased from 56.95
which is
SEK to 61.95 SEK, so from about $550 to $600, while the Xbox Series S has increased from about $348 to $377.
Damn.
wasn't it also roughly $50
Yeah. Hmm.
for the Japan increase?
Yes, that is correct.
Hmm.
So good. Well, I can't wait. I've got more Xbox news to talk about later that's making a lot of people mad and is kind of stupid, but we'll save that for later.
Oh, good. I probably missed this
Um,
then.
the PS4, yeah, the PS4 was announced officially 10 years ago.
Yo, that's cool.
Doesn't that
Feels old, but yeah, that's
hurt
cool.
hurts a little bit?
I think we watched that together. Oh, dang.
Yeah, that,
Probably did.
that's mm. So yeah, PS4 is 10 years
Mm.
old. Or no. Yeah.
Its
Announcement wise, it
It's
is.
announcement was,
it'll be 10 years old at the end of the year cuz it came out in
yeah,
2013, right? So
Mm,
yes.
like it was
yep.
announced now, it'll
Mm,
come out the end of this year,
I don't like
10 years
that
ago.
sentence.
Yeah, I know, me neither. That was
Yeah,
pain to
well, I
say.
mean, the Wii U is already 10 years old,
Mm.
and
See, but that one, I actually think it makes sense to me mentally. Maybe it's when I got the PS4 is what's,
Yeah, see, the Wii U being 10 years old didn't hit me as hard because I didn't get a Wii U until Christmas of this year 10 years ago. So, yeah, this coming winter is going to be melancholy. Um
time to go back to the Wii U.
no.
Except it's at home.
um all right. Splatoon 3, we've got a bunch of info on the new season coming. There's going to be 12 new weapon kits, two specials. The Kraken is returning, and also the Super Chump, which gives you duplicate super jumps. Um,
bamboozles for the foozles.
bunch of new gear. Expanded shops. They'll now have 9 slots per rotation. That's cool. More supplies for your locker. Manta Maria returns as a stage, and also there's going to be a new stage. Table Turf's getting new cards, and also the jukebox is coming back. So a lot of just stuff,
Very
the
cool.
standard fare, I think. Nothing out.
The Super Chump also explodes. Like, it'll drop little You know those little desk bobblehead things that you can like stick on whatever? They look like those.
So a bobblehead.
No, like yes, but like specifically like the sticky ones, like the ones where you can stick them on like walls and such.
I have no idea what
Hopefully
you're
there
talking
isn't
about, but I have
new.
to
Is my
say,
description?
you know the bobbleheads, but they're sticky.
Hmm.
That's a funny description. I have no idea.
Since the jukebox from 2 is returning, hopefully the Amiibo Gear songs is not, because I don't have mine here and Cooper was about to start using them and he already did on some of them, so they're reset.
Alex, I have them all right here.
Yes, but
I have
they'll
a full
they'll be
set
to
of Splatoon
you, so
amiibo
they'll
right
be
here.
like, yeah, but you would have to earn them up to the full thing.
It's not that hard.
Okay.
Just do what Nintendo wants you to do and buy all the amiibo again.
Thanks. There we go. We
That's what
figured
I
it
did.
out.
Yeah, third time. Um, and speaking of Splatoon, also the DLC Wave 1 is releasing at the end of this month, February 28th. Callie and Mario will be back for Splatfest in Inkopolis.
Let's go. I'm so excited for the DLC just to go back there.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Also,
That was
there's a new big run announced for March 3rd through 5th that weekend. A new king salmonoid called Ouroboros. It's a giant flying eel. Wow, creative. Ouroboros, Ouroboros.
Yes.
Horrorboros. If you, I said Horrorboros. That, uh, why do we have to name things that are super hard for me to pronounce with my small dyslexic brain?
so. Speaking of the 28th, because this will be the last week to say it, that's also the day Fates gets pulled off the eShop early.
There you go. Fire 'em off.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Nintendo.
Um, and all right, last for opening stuff. Mario movie trailer, featuring the Super Mario Brothers Super Show intro music. There's also
Let's
a
go.
website
It's
that
so
features the
funny.
GameCube startup noise, and there's paper advertisements started showing up for the movie, featuring the website and the phone number to call or text.
Yes, I've called and texted the number.
I called him and posted it to the channel.
What's that freaking Scott the Woz
With
bit where he like is trying to come up with reasons to talk to Nintendo customer service, so he slams his DS on the ground and then it's like, "Hi, welcome
That's
to
really
Nintendo.
recent.
Hi, my DS won't turn on."
The video ends with him being like, "My DS is still broke."
Yeah, I think I watched that one recently. I remember I just had it
It
fresh in my
was a
mind.
recent video because I also watched it really recently,
Yeah.
trying to
Hi,
catch
my
up.
DS won't turn on. That made me cry laughing.
So good.
Anyway, when does that Mario movie come out again? April sometime?
Yes.
Mario movie. April 7th.
they should have done it on March 10th.
That would have been smart, but you've got to deal with so much scheduling for movies that they
Yeah,
probably
but
tried
I
to
mean,
get as
look,
close.
this is the only year they really could have done it because March
It's
10th is a Friday.
literally, it is 1 month after March 10th.
Pain.
Like, to the day.
It it,
April
it
7th
should
is
have been on
one
March
month
10th.
after March 10th. Happy 4/7 Oreo Day.
Interestingly, that
Or
along
Ape
with
7 Oreo.
yeah, all the advertisements they've been doing for the movie, they also released today on their Nintendo channel. Um, they released some videos or some new ads that were like, "Hey, Bowser is in these, and princesses are in these games." Yeah, princess stuff on the Switch and Bowser stuff on the Switch.
Hmm.
Which the only
Oh
reason they
yeah,
would do
yeah.
that
I
is
saw you post
promotion for
that.
the movie. Yeah.
Speaking of promotion for the movie, European countries are starting to see restocks of the Mario series amiibo.
Cereal?
Huh.
No, they should do that. That'd be funny.
Cereal 2?
Cereal 2.
Cereal 2, it's exactly the same, and it still taps in as the Delicious amiibo, but it's got Chris Pratt Mario face.
We
Yeah.
know how much you guys love cereal, so we at Nintendo decided to make Cereal 2
More.
more new cereal.
New
Cereal
cereal.
U.
New Nintendo
New
cereal.
cereal XL.
Cereal U.
Super
New
cereal.
cereal U 3DS.
Funky mode.
Featuring
No.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
If I open my cereal box and Dante from Devil May Cry's in there, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. But it's not gonna be good.
How did first question, how did you fit in there? Two, am I still alive?
First question, how did you fit in there? Second, are you real? Are you really in there?
Are you really in there,
Are you
Mr.
really
Dante?
are you really in there? Do you want to come out? You want to get out of that box? This is stupid. This is so stupid. Uh, okay. On to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we go around and talk about the games we've been playing and stuff. Games we bought, anything like that. So, Cooper, is this a good time for your cooking to talk?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, what you been doing? Making chicken?
Yeah, actually. Gonna be going to that comp on Friday. That's gonna be really fun.
Is it gonna be like Chef's, like Hell's Kitchen?
I think so, yeah. Something like it.
Well, just don't cry.
I won't. I won't cry.
Even if a
But
very angry British man was to talk hot shit about your cooking in front of your face.
that would kind of suck, actually.
I
Yeah.
think Cooper would literally just go, no, you.
Cooper probably just walk out. He'd be like, I quit. I'm done. All right.
Bye.
Oh, I ain't gonna be here.
Here's your freaking white sauce.
Actually, dude, I'm making a white sauce right now, actually, as we speak.
Well, what have you been playing this week?
A bit of Minecraft. Um, what have I been playing? Minecraft. Dang.
Oh no.
Dog, that might be it.
You say dog, that might be it.
Yeah, I haven't really been doing a lot.
Been cooking. Been whipping in the kitchen.
Yeah. Looking in the kitchen.
Well, all right. Short and sweet. Alex.
Uh, let's see. So, I played Hogwarts Legacy. I'm forgetting things. Okay, Breath of the Wild. I've played a lot of it and Fire Emblem. So those three have been the main ones. I hung out with Cameron and he gave me the little Toadette car. It's a Hot Wheels.
Nice.
She's very cute. I also bought a lot of things I didn't need at Disney World. A lot of pins.
Well, I mean,
And
what
then
else
they
do you do at
announced
Disney besides
50%
spend
off
money on things
instead.
you shouldn't be spending money on?
Thanks.
That's
Work.
the whole point.
Because I work at Disney
Work.
World. Work.
I work at Disney so I can get money to give back to Disney.
Exactly. That's why they give
That's
us.
what they're arguing.
That's what they give us so much money off for. So that you're convinced to spend the money.
And then you're convinced or they can use that as an argument that you don't need money for rent because you're spending it all on the 50% off. Ah, you're stupid.
No, they should just
You're
stop.
stupid.
They should just stop raising the rent. They're gonna price everybody out who actually works.
How many times do we have to say this? Numbers go up. Line go this
Numbers
way.
go up.
Numbers go up. Line is diagonal to the right.
I give you less money, I make more money. Number go up.
Easy.
Yeah.
Why did
I mean-
we all just do economics? This seems stupidly easy. Numbers go up. How do we make the numbers go up?
Charge more.
Yeah, charge more
solve
for
the
things that
economy.
people have no option but to pay.
Exactly.
We solved how the current economy is working.
Then
Man, how
what
about
else?
those socioeconomic climate, huh? Anyway.
Right, yeah. I played a little Persona 3 just because. No actual reason. I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna play that.
Ooh, neuron activation.
And I tried out what?
Neuron activation.
Yeah. But I didn't play it for long, but I did run around in it. And I tried out Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line.
Oh, nice. I was over at a buddy's place earlier this week, playing some bass because he plays guitar and we're trying to get back into that a little bit. And his girlfriend was in the room with us for a little bit on her Switch, and she was perusing the eShop, and she goes, Theat Rhythm Final Bar Line, what is that? And I was like, oh, I know what this is. I have no care for the game, but I have friends that care about that game, therefore I know about this game.
So it's on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have just told her to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, just always be promoting. Drop it in the middle of sentences that it doesn't belong in.
Hey, you know what I'm part of?
An abomination. A deadly sin.
No, and Cameron and I played Mario Kart. That's what I'm missing. I played Mario Kart this week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I wasn't sure if you'd mentioned that or not because my Wi-Fi was being spotty.
No, that's the one I was trying to remember. I was like, I've got Toadette on my desk. Oh yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi still is acting a little weird because you talk and then I see you
Your
talk
mouth
like
moves.
8 seconds later. So I can never tell
Oh,
if your
pain.
headset's disconnecting or if it's just me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw you say "oh pain." Well,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can see it.
Should I turn my webcam off then?
I mean, you sound
and
fine.
try to
Everything's fine.
save some bandwidth.
It seems fine.
Okay.
I mean,
if it
if
blows
you want
up,
to,
then
but
yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
yeah, we were working on the different on my Mario Kart save because I'm a little behind.
Not anymore. You're not.
Yes. All right. I'm caught up for the DLC.
How do I catch up on this game? Ah, yes, brother that will play everything for me. Play this game for me.
Grant's just jealous his brother won't play games.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Not even that my brother won't play games, it's that like I just don't have someone to be like, here, be my grind monkey for me. Here, play
Hey,
all my
I grind out my own RPGs. Thank you.
That's because I won't
Yeah,
grind
here,
them out.
go play all the games that I'm legally obligated to play as a Nintendo fan, but don't want to.
Yeah, I do play them. I just don't want to do 200.
Too bad.
It's too much work. What do you mean too bad? No, too bad for you. I can ask him.
You don't even have to ask. You just be like, just don't
Hey, I
mention
need
it.
help.
Just don't say that you're doing it, and Cameron's gonna freak the hell out. Like I gotta do it.
Dude,
What do you mean you don't have all the trophies over there? Don't worry. Hey, Alex, all the
S-
trophies.
Sorry, babe. I gotta cancel our anniversary dinner.
it was just straight up like, hey, can you help me out with this? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to think on games for the little time period between, when I had to stop recording and picked up Chelsea. So
Here, you record a lot of games, and the ones I ask you for, you don't need to record.
that's
So it
also true.
helps balance it a little. Because you like mind-numbing games, but you also record a lot of your mind-numbing games.
Yeah, that's the problem. I have so many series like that I'm working on for the channel, so I definitely need games that I can just pick up and play when I don't have the time to record or the file storage.
All right.
All right, Kim.
Yeah, Cameron, you go ahead.
So let's see. Obviously, I played Splatoon 3. Like Alex said, we played Mario Kart. Um, did we do? I think those last. Yeah. We did. Chelsea and I went and did Toy Story Mania. Um, and I got 240,000. I was. I did not get anywhere close to the hourly or daily top score.
L.
Big L.
L.
Let's see. So I played a little, or I've been using Hogwarts Legacy as my like, oh, I have 30 minutes, great. Um, so I have most of I have most of the things unlocked for teleportation. So I had to get Alahomora though, because everything is locked behind Alahomora.
Do the Demiguise quest with Mr. Moon.
I don't know where he is.
Well, if it says something about Moon, Mr. Moon on your thing, then do that quest.
Mhm.
But you have to
I've
wait till
also
he
played.
messages you.
I also played some Super Mario 3D or not 3D. Super
World?
Mario 3.
Okay.
3. Do you understand my confusion? Um,
Yes.
on it.
Oh, did he go?
Whoops, he cut out. Dang,
Well,
it was good he turned off his camera then, because you could still hear like some back feedback, like it following up, but he completely cut out now.
well, Cameron's gone. Okay, he's back.
Yay, good.
Welcome back.
I'm so glad my Wi-Fi works. I'm so glad I paid for this. Oh, that's.
Anyway,
But yeah, other than that, slammed my thumb in the car door because I was moving. I finally decided, since I'm, having to go back to the office, I was going to move my uh, car charger back to my car and my sunglasses back to my car. And as I was getting into my car, after I took Chelsea this morning, I dropped my phone on the ground, and somehow, in trying to pick it up off the ground, I managed to close the door on my thumb.
You know, I recently slammed one of my fingers in a drawer at work. So if Grant and
just don't do that.
so if Grant and Cooper do it soon, we'll know the show is cursed for this year.
Great. Well,
Great.
now I'm
I
gonna have
don't I don't like
to be
that.
on high alert. Thanks. My friends have forced me to become aware of my stupidity, and I do not like it.
Man, I put myself on a 400-degree oven door. Does that count?
Yeah,
Burned?
sure,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
Yes.
man. You watch out.
Oh hell.
Ah, hell.
Drives to work tomorrow. 17-car pileup. There it is.
Okay. Oh, I did get some more. I did buy some stuff for once, but I will talk about that after it arrives. So hopefully later, or hopefully next week's podcast.
Nice. All right. So same with Alex, playing a lot of Breath of the Wild Master Mode. Um, I rekindled my Breath of the Wild itch when I started playing it on Wii U to experience what it was like, and then I was like, I don't really want to play this whole game again. Like, I wish I could just do Master Mode from the start. And I was like, oh yeah. So I went back to Switch and I played that for a while. That was a long time ago, but I picked it back up. And I've beaten Rudania. Uh, and now I beat whatever the uh oh god, help me out, the fish people.
Doris.
Doris.
Yeah, the Zora beast, whichever one that is. I did that one first. That was a long time ago, but I beat Rudania last night, and now I'm just kind of roaming around catching up on shrines and gear and stuff because Master Mode is not nice. Thankfully, I have Amiibo to exploit, so I can get a lot of food and gear, and I've put all of it to good use. Um, because some of these enemies are unfair, especially all of the mini guardians that are in the shrines. Um, the really weak ones are not that bad, but the ones that can like extend and swing swords and stuff, those have like just an unfair amount of health for the weapons I have in these shrines. And like the weapons that are like less than 30 rating just are worthless. But the problem is there's just not a lot of weapons that are above that. Like I've gotten the Great Deity Sword or the Fierce Deity Sword from the Majora's Mask amiibo and
Mhm.
burned through that. It was so helpful for all of 10 minutes. Um, and then I got the Stone Crusher from Daruk once I beat Rudania, and that was also a 60 rating. And that was again very helpful for all of 10 minutes.
You're just destroying the amiibo weapons.
Yeah, dude, I'm burning through everything. This game is Master Mode is definitely tough. But it's giving a lot of new challenge to the game. This is like the first new game plus I've like actually really cared about and like had fun playing.
I mean, it's not New Game Plus, right? It's because you don't have anything from the
Yeah,
first
but
run.
it's essentially new game plus, right?
Kinda.
Like
I mean, yeah, because there are
it's
New
stretching
Game
the term.
Pluses where you
Yeah, it's
don't have anything from it. It's just much more rare nowadays.
yeah, so a bit of stretching the term, but um like a genuine second
I
playthrough that I've enjoyed just because of the added difficulty. Because it got to the point on my main Breath of the Wild save where absolutely nothing was challenging. I could destroy anything I wanted to at any point in time. I had the bike so I could fly, or not fly, but rip around everywhere instantly and just dump a bunch of Bokoblin fangs and apples into it, and it would fill up the gas tank somehow. So it's nice to
I
be.
still haven't gotten the bike.
Hmm.
I need to. I, Cooper, you need to bring my copy when you'll come down, so I can finish playing it. I've got that itch to play it. I
I
also
think
have an
we've
itch
all
to
got
play
that
Mario
itch
Odyssey.
because
Say what?
Alex, did you get out?
Oh, I said I think we all have the itch to play it because the sequel coming out soon.
Yeah.
I agree. I want to play that, and I want to play Odyssey.
So yeah, mostly that. I had some friends over last night, played some more zombies. Watched the XFL opening weekend this weekend. I didn't realize that was coming back until like last Friday, so I was glad I saw that news and was able to catch it. Um, that was fun to watch. Um, got to watch Auburn lose in basketball at the last second. Pain.
Nice.
Literally a layup with zero point 0.8 seconds left. Very sad. Um, let's see. And that's honestly, oh yeah, more obviously more Metroid Prime Remastered. A good bit of that. That game is.
Hmm.
I guess I can talk about that a little bit more now. It is super super good. The controls really just the main reason I'm loving it so much is because I get to experience Metroid Prime without having to deal with stupid controls. Um, so it's just so great. Everything about it's great so far. There's not really anything specific I can call out. It's just super good. It's a good game. A little bit of Stardew Valley, a little bit of Mario 3 on GBA. Um, I bought a new backpack, if that counts. It doesn't even come in until tomorrow, but my backpack is falling apart. I've officially reached the end of its lifespan, I think. Um,
Somehow mine isn't, even though I, dragged it around to theme parks the last year and a half.
yeah. I think mine was the one I bought when I came to college. So it served its purpose, and I've already sewn it back together once, and the seam came apart, and now it's even worse than it was before. I'm just like, eh. It's also tearing apart in several other places, and it's sagging and not. I wanted something different, but anyway, yeah, I got a new one. Surprising amount of research I did just to buy a freaking backpack.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. Oh, but if we're talking about weird purchases, I had to buy a beard trimmer today because one of the chefs at work was like, "Hey, you need to trim your beard. It's too long for quick service." So I was like, "Damn."
Ouch. Which one? This is stupid. Why are we talking about this? Did you buy Manscaped?
No, I
Hashtag
bought.
ad. Hashtag not ad.
Yeah, no, I just bought
That should give us some money.
whatever. my I bought a $20. I think it's Philips Norelco beard trimmer because I was like, I'm not
Oh,
spending
you
a
didn't?
lot on this.
I can't.
Cameron, you cut out again, but if you're wondering why I
Oh,
didn't just
cool.
come to yours, it's because I was like, I'm not gonna be over there every time they want me to shave. I don't know if that's possible, so
That's
it's like
fair.
I'm gonna need one, anyways.
Understandable.
But it is the last one on
I
the
asked.
shelf, so I guess it works.
Yeah. Weird purchase segment. Um.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. On
Hey.
to Fast Fay. We actually gave it a name instead of just saying Cooper Go. So Cooper Go.
Um, not on TV right now, but we got a new banner with I don't remember what game they're from. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
Anyway, so units from Valencia's game, and Valencia got an Ascended.
Yeah.
Um, we got the Forging Bonds right now, and I think that's about it. There's nothing really crazy going on right now.
All right. Well, that was a mess. On to the tidbits.
Yeah.
Returnal underperforms on PC.
No
Um,
doubt.
yeah. It's actually the second worst performing Sony PC game that they've ported. The only one worse than it was Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Big shock there. Um, it said 7,000 concurrent players in the first weekend. Um, Sackboy was under 1,000, so it wasn't that close. But comparatively, like God of War had like like 80,000, and Spider-Man had like 70 or something. Horizon Forbidden West had like 50. Days Gone had like 30.
This is more a
So
game that console players are more likely to pick up than PC players.
yeah,
Or at least that's how I always felt about it.
and also like Returnal was like marketed really hard and stuff, and it got decent reviews, um, pretty good reviews from some people, but it's like just not that crazy, not that like exciting. Like it's not as uninteresting as Sackboy is. Like there's a lot more actual content there, but in terms of like I just like they PlayStation kept talking about it, but I never really saw a lot of like genuine hype for it. So I'm not that surprised. But yeah.
Yeah.
A Tetris movie is coming to Apple TV Plus on March 31st. All about the
Yes.
making of Tetris.
I don't know. The trailer got me interested. I don't think they needed the final countdown. They could have just used a sped up version of, the Tetris theme that everybody knows.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it looks really interesting.
Yeah, the freeze frame from the trailer shows like freaking uh it looks like a scene from Chernobyl. Like just because it's a lot of the same framing and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought was funny. But yeah, that should be super interesting. Hopefully it turns out good.
Yeah. I I just kind of laugh when they're like, "We want to show you something nobody has ever seen before, or only 10 people." The Game Boy.
Midgar special pack DLC coming to Power Wash Simulator on March 2nd. That's a Portal crossover, right?
Midgard is Final Fantasy VII.
Why does it look like everything's Portal in the screenshot I saw?
I don't know, but
Because I was gonna say like that sounds
It's
like a
like in a
Final.
garage.
Yeah.
because we talked about this in the past a little bit, because you could clean Seventh Heaven and his bike, and I think something else, and I think this might be more stuff, or maybe it's the same. I don't know.
I think it's I think it's the same stuff, but there's just an actual release date now.
Okay.
Dead
Yeah,
Eye.
you can clean the Hirsch Star, which is Seventh Heaven, his bike, and then like a model of Midgard, which is why it kind of looks like Portal is
How,
that room that
how do
it's
we
in.
let everybody power wash the entirety of Midgard? Hmm. That's funny.
Hmm.
Well, that's cool. March
A
2nd.
model.
Dead Island 2 coming out April 21st.
Do I know what Dead Island is? No. Wait,
It's
yes. I might own this game.
the
Oh
game
boy.
that's been in development hell forever.
No, not the second one. I might own the first one.
Let's see. Yeah, wow. Jaeger Development was originally hired to develop Dead Island 2 in 2012, but it was removed from the project in 2015 and replaced by Sumo Digital the following year. Digital was also removed, with Dam Buster, an internal studio of Deep Silver, becoming the main developers in 2019.
Dang.
Yeah. Um,
Do we have, what is that really famous game? That like got delayed all the time. Duke Nukem Forever. Do we have a Duke Nukem
I was
situation
gonna
on
say
our
Breath of the
hands?
Wild.
No, that wasn't bad. Duke Nukem was still really bad. The After it got delayed a billion times.
True.
It's kind of funny. I think I just saw someone post like an old Game Informer that or an old PlayStation magazine that was talking about Dead Island 2.
A Nintendo Switch was featured on a Toyota Highlander at the Chicago Auto Show. Toyota premiered the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander SUV at the Chicago Auto Show here this week and says it will give 500 Grand Highlander customers a free Nintendo Switch OLED model and a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In honor of the vehicle's reveal and the partnership with Nintendo, Toyota dressed up a Grand Highlander as a giant arcade with wall-to-wall screens for Chicago Auto Show attendees to try out. The show actually, the last day was today of this recording, the 20th, and was open to the public. Man, I wish I was in Chicago. I'd love to see that. It looks pretty cool. As much as I hate stupid, bad, boring crossover SUVs. If you color it like a Switch, it's a little more interesting. I would have liked to see what that was like. Oh, dude, I found a video. That's sick.
Got a video of it.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's an embedded TikTok, so but it has red seats with like like on a lot of cars they'll stitch the brand of the car or the model into
Yeah.
the seat. That one had this one had red seats with Nintendo Switch stamped where that would normally be.
That's sick.
And the back is quote wall to wall screen. Shut up. It's a freaking TV in the back. Like literally just a TV, but it's surrounded by a bunch of cool RGB speakers. With just like with the door opens, you can play stuff. That's interesting. Weird marketing crossover.
Yeah.
Toyota Highlander new vehicle in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
You can
That's
play
not even-
Mario Kart while driving. Have fun.
You could do that anyway.
Who was it that they partnered with?
Yeah, but this is now partnered.
It's
Who was
sanctioned.
it they partnered with for the other DLC?
Mercedes.
Is that also? Yeah,
That's
they're
why
just
it's not out of
partnering
the
with
it's not out of the
whoever.
question because they put Mercedes cars into Mario Kart 8, and I swear to God, if I can put dry bones into a Toyota Highlander,
and then race it against Mario in one of the
and a
Mercedes
Mercedes
cars, 'cause
AMG, and win.
Good. Good. If we start bringing in more real cars, it's gonna be awkward again. But okay. I like
Those
in
made
8
it
though
into
that you
the
can make a.
DLC, right?
They are in deluxe, but in 8 you could make a choice of whether or not you don't. When the real cars in deluxe, they were like, no, here you go.
We paid for this branding. Suck it.
No, I think no. I think they were paid to include it because
Somebody
it's
was
an ad
paid.
for Mercedes. I don't think.
Okay. So let's take a step back. It's 2014, 2015. I don't know when this DLC came out. Probably late 2014. And before that, Mercedes had to be like, okay, how do we reach our consumer base? Why don't we put some stupid mock-ups of our cars into this Mario Kart game that will not reflect anything about the car accurately at all besides the design a little bit, and sell that as DLC for a game on a console that nobody buys? And also, Wii U
Nobody
owners
buys.
cross
Also, it's free.
Mercedes owners. Who owns a Wii U and a Mercedes? 0 people. Maybe like 10. That is a minimal crossover. People
Wait,
that
you didn't have to
drive
buy the Mercedes DLC.
Yeah, the
though. It
DLC was free.
Well, still, they
You just
paid.
had to download
They had
it.
to buy. They had to pay for it, like for Nintendo to put it in there. And that's wild. All these 11-year-olds playing on this Wii U sure would like a Mercedes AMG that is over $100,000.
Yes,
I see no fault in this logic.
this is a good logic. We will
Brilliant.
make lots of money.
uh, let's see. Nintendo Switch OLED Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Edition is actually being restocked to both GameStop and the My Nintendo store on February 24th. You can already pre-order it at GameStop if you're a Pro member. Or
You can also pick it up as of now.
you can pick it up now if you're a Pro member.
That's
Okay,
what
interesting.
GFS Gamer said.
Okay. Well, it's officially available on the 24th, but apparently you can just get it now if you're a Pro member. I don't know if that's going to
Amazing.
convince anybody to join GameStop Pro member right now. But hey, it's there.
I spent $15 to pay for this
I want to
$350 console early.
I spent $15 so I could justify spending $350.
Yes.
Right.
Hogwarts Legacy developer confirms that there are no current plans for DLC.
Okay, but that's what a lot of developers say.
No, a lot of developers say, "Ha, you stupid idiots! We're already doing DLC for the game."
So, we'll see if that holds. But, oh well. New photos from the Lost Super Smash Bros. Slamfest 99 event have been uncovered. Was this posted somewhere and I missed it?
Yeah, it was posted on our
Um,
Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bunch of photos from a contest back, you know, I don't want to say the year, but 20 years ago? Over 20 years ago?
24 years ago.
Mm,
99.
mm-mm.
Man, I
Mm-mm.
was I was 1.
97?
I hate that.
I was 1 year old. Don't like.
Uh,
Speaking of
that's
lost
very
footage,
silly.
someone uploaded a clip to the Huntsville subreddit of a VHS tape that was like a video yearbook of Huntsville High School from 1991 to 92, and everybody was so
Oh my gosh.
interested that he digitized the whole tape and uploaded the whole 45-minute video. And I only watched like maybe 3 or 4 minutes worth, like just kind of skipping around, but it is weird to go back and watch old stuff like that. Like just I don't know, like watching stuff that's like super old, like 70s and before is like one thing. Like it's like a look back into history, but like looking back at like the early 90s, like it almost feels like the 90s was a dream for like us cuz we were so late into it that the stuff we experienced was like the tail end of it, and
Right.
those kind of styles
It's the
dying
stuff
out.
that survived.
Yeah, but seeing
I
that stuff when it was in full swing and like everybody was in it, man, those ugly ass haircuts and like the music and the style of everything and the way people acted and like I don't know, it's weird. It's weird watching that stuff.
I posted a link to all 30 something photos from it. It apparently was not a contest, but like an event like we went to, except way cooler.
Yeah, I would love to watch Pikachu and Donkey Kong gang up on Yoshi and literally beat him up live. Like
That would have been
actually,
funny.
and then go and scream about this new N64 game that's coming out. That's crazy. Oh man, that looks like so much fun.
Alright, boys, time to time travel.
I don't want to do anything good. I just want to go experience Slamfest 99. I'm going to start saying that. You know, like you're hanging out with the boys and those random questions come up and you start talking about time travel. At some point it comes up and then just be like I wouldn't do anything good or bad. I just want to experience Slamfest 99 and nobody has any idea what you're talking about.
What would you do with a time machine? I'm gonna be the only person in the audience at Slamfest 99, but like 100 times. Seeing it from every angle.
Um, Curator's Cut and Friend Pass now available for The Devil in Me.
So this stuff was already available, or at least Curator's Cut was already available if you pre-ordered. It is now available for everyone.
Hmm.
This is the fourth Dark Pictures game, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that much. So the Friend Pass is like that. You can give this game for free to somebody, like
No, it's
or
more
like
like
you give them the
if you
chance to
both have
down.
the game, you play. Well, I've never done it, so I think it's play together, but yours might be right because that would explain the name,
Yeah, and
but I'm
maybe
not
not like
sure.
let them play the game for free, but like let them get access to the game to play with you specifically.
That might be it. I just don't know. I just know about the Curator's Cut.
Okay. Roblox reports nearly $1 billion net loss in 2022. I did not expect to
That's
read
right.
that. Wow. $1 billion net loss.
That is insane.
Billion.
Wow. Dang. Um, if you read the article, it's because they spend a lot of money on expansion and growth. Revenue and user counts are up. They just spent more this year on long-term investments. They aren't, quote, losing money, they're spending it. Net loss doesn't actually mean the money disappeared or stopped coming in. They just spent more than they earned. They have plenty of money in the bank to do this.
Oh,
Okay,
me
so
too. I also spend more money than I earn.
and somehow my credit card stays maxed out.
Somehow my credit card does not say max out. It is amazing.
Um, let's see. New limited time Pokemon Scarlet and Violet distribution event announced. Oh boy, can't wait for this one to crash and burn
Oh, it's
harder
already
like all the
over.
others. Yeah.
What
It's
the?
all it's already over.
It was just
Yeah,
announced.
it ended like it ended like today.
Never mind. It's already over.
Yay.
It
Look,
was
got a yay.
it was for the
Pokemon.
I think they did a tournament in Japan, I guess. Or Singapore. Some I don't know all the details. But it was for the third stage of the Minecraft looking salt block guy. I
Hmm.
don't know how to pronounce his name.
From Polygon, what's next for Halo? With 343 Industries in flux, Microsoft faces an uncertain path for its prized franchise. Um, faces an uncertain path, bro. Microsoft's been facing an uncertain path for Halo since Halo 3 came out.
They
Not
don't know
saying
what to
Right?
do with it anymore.
not saying that
Look,
all the games that came out after Halo 3 were bad. Some of them were. Um, but that's kind of just been the joke since Halo 3 came out.
do you know what they should have actually done after Halo 3? They should have stopped making them. But if they were going to continue, then Chief and Cortana should have been out of the series, and they should have started with a new character who could actually take, like, being a heavy story protagonist with, like, lots of dialogue.
Yeah, like give give a good follow-up game that takes a break from the main gist and follows some side stuff. Give that story time to breathe and then you can come back to it. Like I don't think they should have stopped making it entirely. I think they just should have handled it much differently than they did instead of just like force feeding cuz that didn't
And
work
yet,
very well.
Yeah.
they might kill it. They might have actually managed to kill Halo.
Look, you have to understand numbers go up.
Numbers
Nuh-uh.
go up.
Not in this case.
I mean, technically in Sweden and Japan.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like
No.
again, who needs screw Sweden? Let's just get them.
Crap
What
figured
did
it
they
out.
give the world? Minecraft?
We're selling too many consoles.
We're Microsoft. We have to look worse so that we can buy Activision. Quick, someone give an idea. What if we
What if
raise
we
the
tank our
price in
console?
promotion?
This is literally like the Mad Max solution to a problem. Have
Approved.
Have you guys seen Mad Max Fury Road?
No.
I recently
No.
watched that because I was with some buddies and they're like, "You want to watch a movie?" Sure. And that eventually came up and I hadn't seen it, so I watched it. And there's this whole thing in that movie about spraying a bunch of chrome spray paint in your mouth to get super high and then just going crazy because everything in that movie is above. Like it sounds gross out of context, but in the context of the movie, it's exactly what those people would do. And that's what Microsoft's doing right now. They just huffed a bunch of spray paint and trying to act stupid so they can buy Activision. I won't do anything bad with Activision. I'm too high on spray paint. Okay, so we got a couple quotes from a Miyamoto interview that came out here. There was actually several more I almost put in, but I was like, this doesn't need to be the Miyamoto show. But first, Miyamoto said that he doesn't like being called the Spielberg of video games. Quote, Nintendo is Nintendo, and it's like not him. He doesn't want it to be focused on him. He wants to be focused on the company, which makes sense from a
In the
business perspective
same
because he's
thing,
like,
he's
no.
like, in the same thing, he also talked about, he's like, I'm okay with the comparisons of Nintendo and Disney,
Yeah.
as in they're both like very family oriented and,
Yeah,
that's their
very
main,
family oriented, fantasy focused games.
yeah. But he does not want to be called the Spielberg. And people in the comments under that one were like, yeah, he's not, he's closer to Disney basically, or if you took like George Lucas and Spielberg and some other famous director and put them all together, then you've got something closer to him.
Don't call me Spielberg. Call me Lucas Spielberg Walt.
Yeah, exactly. But he doesn't want the comparisons at all, which we've definitely seen in the past. I think that just comes from Japan's culture, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that checks out being a Japanese guy. He's humility is big.
Yeah.
And also, of course, they asked about the next Mario game, and he said that Nintendo is quote always working on Mario. So he gave a kind of the usual BS answer of like, oh, when the time is right and we're ready to show something, we'll show it to you. Blah, 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 blah.
Don't worry, we're working on
Give me
Mario
Odyssey
Kart.
2.
But he was like, the movie's about to come out, so I'm working mostly with that, and also, Super Nintendo World's in full swing right now. We've still got two more places to get set up, and also the Donkey Kong expansion and all that stuff. But I'm still keeping my eye on technology, and like whenever I see something that might, work well, I'm always investigating that kind of
So
thing.
realistically, he should just let Intelligent System make whatever they want for a Paper Mario game, which would give us a new Mario game.
Yeah, but really, he didn't say anything
No.
specific. He was just like, "I'm busy as hell. Yes, we're always working on Mario games. It's Nintendo, and I like using new technology for games because that's what he's literally said his whole life. That's like whole Nintendo's thing, right? Like they want to do weird tech now. Ever since the Wii, they were like, we want to do new weird things, different things. So he didn't really say anything, you know, revealing, obviously, but shocker, Nintendo's working on Mario. Um. Okay, Chrono Cross Remaster is getting a major update later this month with a bunch of gameplay improvements, from what I read. Um, which is good because I still haven't even taken the shrink wrap off of my copy of Chrono Cross Remastered. Um, so I guess I don't have to experience what it was like when it was bad.
Yeah.
Latest game trial, Katamari Damacy Reroll is available now. It's available through the end of this week, so the 26th, next Sunday. You can download the whole game and play it for free for a week if you have NSO, and also you get 100 platinum points if you do it.
Okay.
Highly recommend. Good game. Oh yeah, we were talking about the 3DS and Wii U eShop earlier. So it did come out that after the Wii U and 3DS eShop shuts down, you'll have a year to get your funds off of that account by connecting your accounts together, which if you were a Wii U and 3DS owner and you also own a Switch and you haven't done that yet, what have you been doing?
Why? Yeah.
But you have so if you haven't done that, do it now. I would just go ahead and do it before the freaking eShop shuts down and save the headache because it's probably going to be some convoluted process. But
It's Nintendo. It's a guarantee.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
true.
just another reminder that the end is nigh. Oh, I read this and I was like, we got to talk about this. So a new game is coming out on PC called I Am Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It
I
is
saw a trailer for this like months ago.
Yeah, it is a new first-person Jesus simulation game that literally is going to take you through his birth and all of his miracles and everything he did, and even through his resurrection, which makes me really uncomfortable to talk about. I don't know why. I think it's because like we're talking about putting the whole entirety of the story of like the biggest religion or one of the biggest religions into a game to experience, which kind of just feels wrong. Like, and it's not just because it's Christianity. If it was anything, like any religious, like if I got to follow around the life of Allah, I would be just as uncomfortable. Like, this feels, why are we doing this?
Yeah. I can't tell from what I've seen if it's supposed to be they're parodying it or if they're trying to actually
If they're parodying
do
it, don't do that. That game is going to cause some
don't
major
do this
controversy.
anyways, but also if you're doing it because you're like, oh, I'm Christian, let me do this. Don't do it anyways. Like neither of these ways it's like why are you doing this?
Yeah,
And
why?
stop.
I don't want to experience what Jesus went through in a half-assed way. Like, the same way I don't want to experience what the Buddha went through. I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. That's just weird. Um,
Yeah, this is very uncomfortable. I don't know why you would do this. Other, nope, no clue. I've tried to figure it out for months. Like, why would you do this? And I've gotten nowhere. Because I
yeah.
remember the comments when it was announced, and people were like, "This seems like
Who
they were
like
like,
who would
is
play
it?
this?
Who's this for?" Except for YouTubers trying to get in on controversy, and a bunch of them are gonna avoid this.
Yeah,
Like,
and like, what are you going to experience in this game that you haven't already kind of gotten the gist of by now? Like,
yeah,
both like the good and the bad. Like, why would I like? I can see the view of like, it's gonna be the most realistic experience of, his story ever, I guess, but also why do you want to be more in touch with what it felt like I don't know. There's a lot that's a big can of worms, and I'm okay with not opening it. I'm okay with that can staying in the back of the cupboard. But yeah, it's happening. It's gonna come to PC. So if you're a freak that would actually want to play it, no offense personally, then there you go. Um,
but apparently it's according to someone who joined their Discord. It's a bunch of Polish devs who are making something they believe in. So not a parody game,
yeah,
but like
there's no way you
everything
could make
about
this as a
it.
parody game without being brought under immediate and continuous hellfire. um, so the tricky part now is like, how do you convey this as genuine? Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a lot of work, and I'm still not gonna play it. I'm sorry, but uh,
Yeah,
at least you're trying to do it the right way, right? Quote question mark?
maybe.
I don't know. I'm just a simple squid, so I don't think I just had. Yeah, it's making my brain hurt the more I think about it. Speaking of
True.
brain hurt, I have more controversial things that I thought would be fun to talk about. Maybelline New York launching a campaign to call out gender discrimination in gaming, and if you read the stuff that they've already posted, it's pretty bad. Um, I mostly wanted to bring this up because I want to pose the question: who has the thought of women play game harass? Why is that the thought process for like a lot of people? Like a lot of women and minorities in general get super harassed on streams and in public and on social media and stuff like that. And I get that's kind of the entirety of social media because it's all a dumpster fire. But man, who I read some of the stuff, and I'm not going to say it here, but you can Google it. It's easily readable. Um, like who gets on the stream of a woman and is like, I'm gonna tell them all of my sexual desires. Like, yes, this person wants to hear what I have to say, and they're certainly interested, and they probably already think I'm the best person ever. I, I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, so Maybelline New York, which is an interesting company to be the one to do this, is putting a lot of stuff out. They've picked some major campaign people to be like examples and that kind of thing. And it's good that they're pointing it out because this really just gotta tone it down a little bit. I get it's the internet, but man, this thing's is horrid.
Stop being terrible people. It is not that hard.
Yeah, and like even if you're gonna keep thinking those things, keep them inside. Don't put that on the internet. Don't tell that to that person. They don't care. They don't. They're not interested for sure. Sorry, bro. Like, damn, not gonna get any from Twitch tonight. What do they think's gonna happen? Video games are
No.
fun, aren't they? Isn't this just great? Like this is a part of the thing that we like a lot. Ugh, it's disgusting.
I mean, that's why I play them, but so many people don't. They're like, I'm gonna watch other people play them and then harass those people.
Instead of playing this game, I'm going to watch somebody else play it and tell them all of my
Then
sexual
harass them.
desires. I can't get over that statement. What is that? What is that?
Any woman on the internet ever.
Yeah, this could be applied, much more broadly than just girls that stream on Twitch, but it's a good example. I just don't get why you would say it. What are you gonna freaking weirdos, man? So yeah, we'll see what comes of that. I'm kind of curious to see what they put out, because I know it's gonna be horrific. And
That's kind of why I'm not. It's gonna be horrible, and I'm sick of horrible things.
yeah, go play these are the people that need to play the Jesus game.
Go
Maybe-
touch
maybe
some
that-
grass.
Go touch some grass and read the
Ah,
Bible.
you
freak.
figured out the problem. They refuse to touch grass. That's outside.
Okay, well maybe they should touch some lava then.
Touch some lead. Eat a lot of lead. Just start consuming lead in massive quantities. Don't do that for legal
Something.
reasons. This is a joke.
But if you're a terrible person,
Lead tastes really good. Just saying.
I mean, I've seen a lot of examples recently of like, I feel like people are just getting worse on the internet.
oh, they absolutely are.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got the girlfriend review YouTube page, and they got harassed because they were playing Hogwarts Legacy, and they got a review copy, so they were reviewing it, and she's Jewish, so she was checking if it had
Semitic stuff in
Semitism.
it. Yeah.
yeah. And they got harassed the whole time, so she's like, we're not putting out a review. Because they were getting harassed. Because people have figured out a way to bully people and be like, but it's for good.
Yeah, people
It's
that are
like,
so unsatisfied with their daily life that when they get a touch of anonymity, they're like, "I'm gonna harass people."
yeah, I've got better things to do than go harass people, and I think we all do. But like,
That's a good point. Don't you have a? I guess you don't have a job. That's probably why. Like, do you not work? Like, do you have a? Like, don't you need to go fix a leaking pipe or something? Like, I know you have some problem to go deal with. Go do that. Go wash your dishes. Go fold your clothes that
Touch
have been sitting
something.
on your bed for 3 weeks. You freak.
right? There's always something better you could do.
There's
Something.
always something better. Yeah. And also, a new Xbox update will change the rest mode option to the power saving option by default now, which I didn't think was going to be a controversial thing. But a certain news outlet that is famous for their how do I put this?
Bad.
Bad takes, stupid opinions, and love of getting people upset. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm pretty sure we all know what I'm talking about. They wrote an article about this.
No, I have no clue, but I know like 50 news things that would fall under that. That's why.
A certain Mr. Carlson.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
No particular
That's
guy,
the
no particular news company, but
that's the one
we
I
all
was
know what I'm
guessing,
talking
but
about. They wrote an article about this, and I hate clicking on news articles by this group because I hate this company, but um, I was like, sure, let's see what the problem is. So, on an Xbox, just like there is on PlayStation, has a similar setup. Um, you can choose between a rest mode that is more power hungry, but it allows it to boot out of sleep mode quicker,
okay,
or you
that's
can
PlayStation's main one.
yeah, and then there's another option where it is a deeper rest mode that is much more power efficient that takes longer to boot up. As far as I could tell, only on Xbox One, because Xbox Series still has the SSDs, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Um, but Xbox One is going to take a little longer, and now that's going to be the default option. It's not the only option. Clarify. You can still go change it if you really need that couple seconds. Um, but they changed it because they're just trying to be a little more power efficient by nature. Um,
Isn't theirs also like the most power hungry out of the three?
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
because it's the most powerful. I mean, it's like it's just a 1-to-1 correlation. The PlayStation and Xbox use the same die or very similar dies, but Xbox runs it much harder, so it pulls more energy. Um, but the big things to clarify, it doesn't make much of a speed difference at all on the series consoles because of the SSDs. It doesn't affect the console's ability to update, install, and do all the other stuff you want a console to do in rest mode. It still does all that stuff just the same.
It's
Um,
just a little slower turning on.
yeah, only if you have
Okay,
an Xbox One, really.
okay.
Because I'm pretty sure even like a cold start on a Xbox Series is super quick. Like that's the whole point of the SSDs, right? Everything's super fast. And now all the certain group of people that I'm not going to talk about are up in arms about it because yeah, sure, this is what's really our problem. Because like I think it's because a lot of them don't understand that it's really not that big of a deal. It's just like and you're only talking about less than double digit watt difference power usage, but times 10 million consoles, that's a lot of energy you could save. And most people don't really care. Most people aren't even going to notice. Um, but now it's first they came for your gas stoves, and now they came for your coffee, and now they're coming for your ability to boot up half a second quicker on your Xbox. Um, so that's happening. I really didn't think that was going to be super controversial. And it's so controversial, in fact, that there are multiple senators that I am not going to name that have tweeted about it. Straight up. This is such a big deal. They're coming for your Xbox. It's fear mongering. It's literally like at first they took your gas stoves away. Now they're going to take your Xbox feet away. I'm so scared. I'm a senator and I play Xbox. That's your problem.
You have too much free time. Can I have your job?
Yeah, why do you have so much free time? You're a senator. What are we
Why
doing?
aren't you helping us?
Because we're taking away their Xbox.
Yeah. You're taking away that half second I was going to use to bully females online. Because let's be honest, it's probably the same group of people from the last segment. So yeah, user be warned, I guess, if you have an Xbox, the update contains that change. And if you notice that much, you can just go change it back. It's right there. It's still an option. And to drag us out of all that garbage, Pokemon Day's next week.
Yay!
What day is
Um,
that?
Sorry, I'm
I
distracted.
think it's the 27th.
Okay. February 27th. And then 2 weeks from now, Mario Day is coming up. We should do something for Mario Day. We need to figure that out.
It is on a
Let's
Friday.
do happier things than stupid politics.
Happier things than my Xbox is slower now by a half second. Okay. Old but still interesting tidbit supplied by me this week. I have been watching videos by this guy on YouTube called Ness Hacker. And he's a guy that basically gives you he makes like quick videos about everything involving the NES. He does a full teardown and shows you the parts. He gives a video about how the architecture worked from like a hardware level. It's super nerdy stuff, and like how everything works, how it was designed back in the day, how the 6502 processor works, and how to code it. A lot of really dorky stuff. But when I watched his teardown video and him explaining every single part, he had mentioned the expansion port on the NES, which is really easy to forget about because it was never used over here. So I figured that would be an interesting tidbit. The American NES has the same expansion port that the Famicom does, and it's on the bottom with a little cover on it, but it was never actually used. The Famicom supported the disk system through that port, as well as a bunch of other weird accessories Japan got, like the 3D visor and all that stuff. But due to a bunch of multiple factors, increased piracy of disc games, that was a big deal back in the 80s and 90s, as well as cartridge components becoming cheaper at the time and bigger than what Nintendo was expecting they'd be able to do. Nintendo decided to keep everything on cartridges for the Americas, which makes sense, I guess, but also kind of sucks because there's a lot of extra music and other like little capabilities that the disc system provided to the Famicom that we just didn't get to experience on the NES.
Pain.
Yeah, because like if you could look up a comparison, but the Legend of Zelda on NES was a disc system game in Japan on the Famicom, and the sound is way better because it provides an additional sound chip, so you have 6 sound channels instead of like 3 or 4, and it sounds so much better. And there's a lot of games that got that treatment on the disc system, but that stuff was just reworked for the Americas. And also, it makes sense now why the Legend of Zelda cartridges are so freaking beefy. If you ever take one of those apart, they're like 4 times the size of a normal NES game cart PCB. And it makes sense because they were like, we hate piracy so much, we're going to cram all of this onto a cartridge.
Excellent.
But yeah, it's interesting. If you have an NES, you should look. If you haven't seen that before, there's a little tiny cover. It just never got used, but it's there. Okay, rumor roundup. Activision was hacked. Half of the 2023 schedule for COD leaked. I didn't see this.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see what we got. The breach occurred in December of last year. Activision didn't warn employees or players about it.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, they were breached on December 4th. The threat actors successfully phished a privileged user on the network. They exfiltrated sensitive workplace documents as well as scheduled to be released content dating to November 17th of 2023. Yeah, and Activision literally didn't say anything about it.
Because it makes them look bad.
That's interesting. If you just Google like Activision hack, you'll find a Reddit link with a bunch
Yep.
of other links that sprawl out. But um, that is interesting. Yeah, they posted calendar screenshots with like all of the season information and stuff on them. Huh. Um, it also worth noting that the threat actors did not attempt to phish other employees. Other employees did not fall for, or they did attempt. However, they did not fall for it. Double, however, it appears they did not report this problem to the Activision Information Security Team, i.e., IT, which,
Cool.
from working in my industry, is a big no-no. If anything even slightly weird happens, you're supposed to immediately scream and yell. So, whoopsies. Um, dang. I wish it was.
Bad job. Bad job.
I wish there was just more stuff to know about than COD. Insider Gaming says that NetEase acquired Quantic Dream for around 100 million euros. Dang.
Yeah. I don't think it's confirmed because I only could find it linked back to their rumor. But we'll see. It'll be interesting if they were. I'm not sure who the NetEase is though. I recognize Quantic Dream though.
We've talked about NetEase before. What did they do? NetEase. Um, there's no way this is the right one, right? Oh, it is. It is real. Oh, NetEase are the people we talked about when. Remember a little bit ago when Blizzard was cutting support for China and their games.
Yeah.
So NetEase was the company that was working with Blizzard to supply those games in China, like to give the infrastructure and the servers and stuff. Because yeah, NetEase is a huge Chinese internet technology company. So weird that they acquired Quantic Dream, but okay. Twitter user posted clear promotional image of the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch. Yeah, you put those in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this Switch, to be honest with you. That like I hesitate to
Not
call it
really Zelda
gold.
themed, but I really like it.
Like I get it's themed around Tears of the Kingdom, like the ancient styling and all that stuff. It's not that I don't like the style and the graphics. It's more like the color, that like quote gold, like that beige brown gold kind of color. I just don't think that looks that great on the Joy-Con. I love the dock. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'm as crazy about this console as I was expecting to be. Maybe just because buying Switches constantly, it's finally caught up to me, and I just don't care anymore. But who
No, you
knows?
definitely need that one as well. I need it, but I'm too poor.
Constant switches. It is fun.
And speaking of Tears of the Kingdom leaks, the entire art book of Tears of the Kingdom is leaked and has already been taken down. But I'm sure you can still find it online. We have it here because Alex put a copy in the Discord.
Shut up. I'm kidding. Yeah. It got
Nintendo doesn't
pulled
want.
it got pulled within like 10 minutes and I got it before.
Hey, we're not an open Discord. People just can't come in here. It's okay. We're not spreading it.
True.
But we do have it. Um, I don't think I'm gonna look through it. I know there's no story spoilers or in it or anything. I just would rather not.
Yeah, I understand. It. I was already super excited for this game, so it's made me way more excited. But I'll say this, I saw a lot of people who were not excited for the game, thinking it was only just going to be the same world for whatever reason. People had decided that after the last trailer. They looked through this and they were like, "Oh, it's actually going to be good."
It's like, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's a Zelda.
I don't know what caused people to decide that it was just going to be the same exact world. Like you would just go through Hyrule that's in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Okay. So like all the Skyward Sword esque stuff that's in the sky that you jump off of. That's
Yeah.
yeah. That's
That's
always
already
been
in
there.
there. What
Yeah.
are you talking
That's
about?
always been there.
That's always been there. That's what those people basically acted like.
Uh. Yeah. That's like being so lost in your own like thought of what's happening that you don't even like absorb what's actually there. Everybody's guilty of that
Hmm.
in some form or another. Um, I don't know why you'd be dense enough to think that applies to the like most anticipated sequel of a game in the last decade.
Yeah.
So shame on you, but I can't say I haven't done that before. Not with video games because I care, but
Other
um,
stuff, sure.
yeah. Also, the CMA possibly leaked that Nintendo Switch Online will be on the Switch's successor, which, going off current rumors, makes sense because everyone's expecting a Switch 2 or Switch Pro of some kind. Essentially,
We're not getting a sequel Switch. I think the Pro's more likely.
yeah,
I just don't see Nintendo putting out a console with every time they're interviewed, they're like, "We're still working on the Switch and we're in uncharted territory with how long it's lasting, but we're just having a good time with it."
so yeah, when I say the Switch 2, I just mean whatever the next Switch is going to be, the Pro, the 2, the new Switch, whatever it is still going to be a Switch. It's probably going to be different in some capacity, but it's obviously with all the rumors and everything that Nintendo's been saying, it's obvious that
They're not ready to leave
no
it.
matter how different this new console is going to be, it's not going to be that different because they want to maintain everything they built up. They're essentially trying to do what they did with the Wii U, but right this time, like maintain the Wii base, which they failed miserably at the first time. But now they've got everything lined up to maintain this user base and support all existing functionality while being able to expand in the future. So I'm not that shocked, but anyway. Um, so the CMA is the Competition and Markets Authority from the UK, and they leaked that it's definitely in the works. Duh. So um, let's see. I'm trying to. In a document recently published by the CMA, Nintendo's cloud gaming efforts are mentioned for the Nintendo Switch and a redacted device. What it says directly is Nintendo Switch Online has been excluded from our shares as Nintendo's cloud gaming service is very limited. Nintendo's cloud gaming service is only available on the Nintendo Switch device and redacted. Uh, let's see. Nintendo Switch Online gives gamers access to online play and cloud saving, amongst other features. We therefore see Nintendo Switch Online as a predominantly online multiplayer service rather than a cloud gaming service, which is obvious, but they're just stating it for legal documentation. Um, so whatever that redacted is definitely with the Switch 2, and the CMA knows
Yeah.
about it.
I I just think based on all their comments and the fact that they're still working on things, not that they can't release a Metroid 4 Prime 4 on two consoles. I just think that it will be like a Pro.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be some kind of Switch. Whatever they call it is up to Nintendo to decide, but it's going to be something that is at least very Switch-esque, and at most, just a Switch Pro. Like, anything that's unique to that console won't take away from the existing Switch functionality. Like, I think
Like the
everything is,
DSi.
yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
but much more tangible of an upgrade.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're all on the same page on that. And then when they don't do that, we're all gonna be like, huh? Why? You were so close to beating the two best selling consoles.
um, so yeah, shocker, the Switch Pro's in development.
Yay.
You heard it here 30th.
Or first.
Or
Probably not first, but
or first, maybe. If,
Yeah,
um,
possibly.
and all right, so finishing topic for tonight. This is late because we're bad about dates, but Valentine's Day question. What are your favorite relationships in gaming? So, I think Alex, you came up with this one. So
yeah.
I'm gonna interrogate you. Do you mean like
I meant
couples?
couples. Yeah.
Okay. Um, can they be both like external couples that you're not involved in, and also relationships that you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So your question's like Stardew Valley versus Mario and Peach. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, to start off, Mario and Peach.
I mean
That's our show. Good night.
wow.
Well, on that same band, Luigi and Daisy, mostly because of the obsessant amount of softcore BDSM porn that has come out of a relationship of Luigi and Daisy is mind-boggling and wrong, but the fact that it's there is hilarious.
It is, that's true. That's true. And I mean, it's just as canon as Mario and Peach, because
No, the
on
relationship is canon,
Yeah, I
not
was gonna say
any
we
of
need to
the
clarify the
no, no, yeah, the relationship. Yes, thank you.
not the implied
Al.
very aggressive relationship. I'll leave it at that.
No, but in what?
Also,
Daisy's course on the Wii, whose name escapes me right now. There's a
It's
statue of Baby
Daisy
Luigi.
Circuit. There's
Is
also a
it
statue of Daisy and or Daisy and Luigi.
the
It's the baby
okay,
ones
yeah,
and the adults. And it
yeah,
is
the
Daisy
baby
Circuit.
Baby Luigi is holding Baby Daisy, right?
I believe so.
I have that one backwards, yeah. Yeah, that like it's basically canon.
also, I would like to apologize for saying I like Luigi and Daisy because of the porn. I'm sorry. That's something that I should have held inside for like 10 to 15 seconds longer, let that marinate a little bit.
I like Daisy and Luigi.
I like
Because
I feel like I should write an apology. I'm sorry. Wow. Uh anyway,
I think the Mario Party, back when they had teams in 6 and 7, also implied
Yeah,
Daisy and
I
Luigi
don't
were
remember. I don't remember what their name
implied
was.
what?
that they're
Uh,
dating.
Oh, yeah, no duh.
yeah,
I thought you were going to say something else. Like of course that implies that they're dating or, doing their thing. I thought you were about to say something crazy.
No. Steady Sweeties. So yes, 100%. That was their team
that's what
name.
I think.
Theirs was Steady Sweeties, and Mario and Peach was cutest couple.
Rigged.
Right? Great.
Literally rigged.
Although Mario and Daisy's is nice couple, and Peach and Luigi's is green escort. So
Oh, so Daisy's like, yeah, I'll bang Mario, and Peach is like, absolutely not. I'm not touching you, Luigi. You can put one arm around my arm to escort me, and that's all you're getting.
Sad.
That seems like such a dumb idea. Okay, let's fine. Just make it the same for Mario. Make it red escort for Daisy.
No.
Um,
Okay, I've got to do the big one. It's Link and Zelda.
these are boring ass answers.
Sure.
Yeah, it is the most boring ass answer, but I had to do it before we got into actual answers. Because if I said it later,
It would derail everything.
yeah.
Bayonetta and Rodon. I know it's just a friendship thing on the surface, but we all know what's going on. We've played those games. The way they talk to each other, there's some nasty, disgusting demon spawn things going on between those two people. But also just their back to forth banter is hilarious and entertaining. Mostly just because I love Rodon, and anybody that doesn't love Rodon has no sense of humor. But that's always a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can throw out some boring ones while y'all actually think of some real ones. I was gonna say Sora and Kyrie and then Neku and Shiki from their respective games of Kingdom Hearts and the World Ends With You. But those are the main couples in those games, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Cloud and Tifa. It makes sense. They're the main couple.
Out of all the Mayor Lewis and Marnie from Stardew. I was trying to pick one from Stardew, and I was going to go with Robin and Demetrius because like they're just it's like the most wholesome equal relationship, I think.
Nah, you went with the
But
secret
then I was like,
relationship.
oh yeah, Lewis and Marnie. Now that's spicy.
that's true.
So this one's not canon because you have control over it, but I like Crom and Olivia together in Awakening. Especially because it's kind of funny because you only get Olivia on the last chapter before Crom has to marry someone.
Mm-hmm.
So you get her on that chapter, and as long as they have the highest support, or as long as you partner them and nobody has a C support with Crom, that's one of his marriage companions, then she will automatically become his wife.
Interesting.
Nice.
Um,
In that same vein, Felix and Annette, Ferdinand and Dorothea. I don't have one for
Gulliver and Cooper.
Golden. I don't have one for Golden Deer.
Box Boy and Box Girl. Ha.
Let's go.
Iconic.
Go
Easy.
Yeah, you nailed it. So
Shovel Knight and Shield Knight, is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's his
all of them are
relationship
named
in that
Knight,
one.
so I don't know the
No,
names.
that's his relationship in that one.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know in-game spoilers, and I've never beaten it, but I think I know what it is about the end of the game for that one. I think Grant beat Shovel Knight.
I haven't beat it.
Then never mind. If I know what it is at the end of the game, or I'm completely wrong and I was told wrong. Because I've played Shovel Knight a lot. It's just one of those games that's kind of hard, so it takes longer time than it should.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a classic style.
yeah, it's a classic NES game that they're trying to emulate
That's
that bullshit.
yeah. Which
Um,
they nailed, but
Doesn't make it any easier. Yeah.
It does not make it any easier, exactly.
Um. Oh, I had another one. Oh, Donkey Kong and Candy Kong. If we want to get real specific, from the cartoon.
No,
my God.
don't mention the cartoon, Grant.
But also, I'm comfortable with just going with the first Donkey Kong Country because that's always really entertaining to me. Like, you go to the save point and Candy's like, jump in my barrel, big monkey boy. Kiss face. Jump in my barrel and save your game.
So I know Cooper's busy doing whatever he's doing, cooking dinner, eating dinner, whatever. But he's still got Henry Stickmin on there, or he's got Charles. But that game does have a relationship, or that series. You've got Henry and Ellie,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's sweet. So I feel like that would be his answer, or one of them.
Um. Hmm.
Ooh, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Coops, and
The girl. I know
yeah, I
who you're
don't remember
talking
her
about.
name. I don't remember her name off the top of my head.
Koopy.
Koopy?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that makes sense. Very young relationship. Um,
Oh, wait. I have to Google this name. I can't spoil what it is. Da, da, da.
So while we're thinking of I guess I'll answer this for our listener. The reason we're doing this is obviously for Valentine's Day that we're late to, which Grant implied earlier, but I don't think he clarified that part because we
Because
were
everybody's
busy
talking about
last
that
week. Yeah,
Nintendo.
talking about Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, who cares about love? There's Nintendo to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's first love.
First love turns Stockholm syndrome. Okay, Conquer and Barry.
Fair.
Okay, yeah. It took my mind a moment to be like, wait, what was the girl? Okay, yeah.
The squirrel with big tits from Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
No, you didn't have to say that.
I mean, like I'm not even being goofy. That's just what it is.
That is exactly
Like,
that's the only description.
On the box. Just pull up Conker's Bad Fur Days box art. There's two characters, Conker and Barry. Figure
I
it out.
when I looked it up on a wiki and I found the explanation for, let's see, Barry went through a major design change in Conker's Bad Fur Day, having an older, more adult body. In this game, she is taller and gray with large breasts, sports a pink bikini,
Wait,
pink shoes, blue eyes, and a blonde hair.
where was she first?
Conker's Pocket Tails.
Oh, okay, the GBA one.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that
Conker's
was first?
Yeah, that
Pocket
was
Tales
first.
came out for Game Boy Color in June 8th, 1999.
Yep. Yeah, it was first because
Huh.
it's a lot more what you would expect from Conker as a protagonist. And then you have Bad Fur Day, which is more what everybody knows Conker as a protagonist. But him being
Yes.
like a squirrel mascot is what you would expect. So this one's more from the actress for her, but because she's the ones that's pushed it a little more. But Callum Mirren from Fallen Order.
Ah, yeah. It's a good one. Um, hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm probably running out of steam on this question. I think.
Same, at
The
least
pro-
a bit. I
The
didn't have.
problem is you either have a bunch of like the generic answers,
Which is fun.
or it's you're the player character and you're choosing who you want to date.
The the women in Thrillville off the rails and my character, because that's like a lot of what I did as a
Isn't that what everybody
prepubescent
did?
child with an Xbox and a copy of Thrillville off the rails.
You could do that on the Wii version as well. Just I'm dating 5
How much
girls in the
dialogue
park.
before the sex question? Literally, me as a quote me as an 11-year-old. Yeah, I think I'm out.
The way my Wi-Fi is cutting out, I to be out
Yep.
because I won't be able to give an answer anyway.
All right, well, you heard it here. We're going to call it for today. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. What are your favorite relationships in gaming?
Honestly, okay.
What?
Honestly, it could have been a lot more. It, I sent a picture of plating the sec. It turned out not terrible.
What?
Cooper, butt out until
Um,
I'm done with the outro. What the heck?
Oh, oh, if you want to see it, go follow our Twitter. You'll see the plating on Twitter.
no.
Boom.
Oh
But
my god.
all
Add us
I
on
barely
Twitter.
understand you.
Tell us how bad Cooper's plating is. Um,
Bro,
for interrupting my outro. Yeah, what are your favorite relationships in gaming? And what do you think of the Metroid Prime remaster yet? Have you played it? Are you gonna play it? Do you
You
also
should
feel
buy
old
it.
from the PS4 announcement? Yeah, you should buy it. Are you gonna get the Splatoon D3 DLC? Let us know. Hit us up. We're lonely. And we'll see you back next week for more game talk. See you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.